Hello. Hi. Okay, I just came to the front of the house because the sun is still kind of here, and I'm just sitting on a rock outside the front of the house. Earlier, I was reading some of the things that women put in when they join my group, Women Creating Healthy Lives, some of the things you guys write in about what you're dealing with. And I get a lot of the same stuff, but I get some pretty good stuff too. Like sometimes I hear, aging sucks. How can I age better because this sucks? Menopause sucks, or midlife. I don't want to, things like that. And I get it. Like I think that myself sometimes. But I know what I resist persists in a way that when I fight something, when I'm in a place where I don't want to be, and that's what I tend to put my focus on, it's just going to get worse. So what you really got to focus on, how can I make things better? How can I feel better? What can I do? And don't say nothing, and don't say I've tried everything and it feels helpless, because that, I know that's where the conversation can go, right? So I'm just going to talk about a few things. So what someone listed was inflammation, exhaustion, not able to lose the weight. That's probably one of the number one things. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, foggy brain. And one person said wants info about getting healthy again, right? Because it can feel like, what is wrong with me? Why am I having all of this? Am I ever going to be healthy again? Well, it's not like you're unhealthy in most cases, but your body, if you're not feeding and fueling it right, if you're not giving it the right nutrients it needs, your cells need, then it will lead to illness and disease. When your symptoms get more severe, it's telling you something's off in your body. There is dis-ease in your body. And of course, when we're going through the midlife phase, and even beyond, guys, because our hormones are always changing, no matter what age we're at. And also when we get over 45 and 50, it's like a big drop, right? Big drop in estrogen. Progesterone's already been dropping. Testosterone's already been dropping. So when we get around 50 or over, even bigger drop of our hormones, and we can feel really depleted in many areas, especially if you're not feeding and fueling your body the right things. You're not doing the right thing. So the high cholesterol, high blood pressure, not being able to lose the weight is a huge sign for me if someone's dealing with that, of you're not eating the right foods and you're not moving your body in a good way, right? So you're not, in a way, you are not healthy because you're not taking care of your body. So it's what I really want to get the message across here is, it takes you changing things. So when you get caught in, I've tried so many different things, I don't know what's wrong, or I never had this problem before, like what I'm doing now, I'm eating healthy, I think I'm eating healthy, I'm eating healthy foods, but you're still dealing with these symptoms, then something is off. So no matter how many times you say, I've tried everything, I don't know, you have just not found what works for you. And every body is different. So we do tend to want to go to a friend or somebody who says it's what this certain thing has totally worked for them. And then you try it and then you think, oh my God, why am I not getting these great results that person did? And you'll see these advertisements like for bone broth now, just sip on this throughout your day and you will lose pounds. And people are like, I lost 30 pounds. You're like, yeah, there's just no way you're going to lose 30 pounds by sipping on bone broth and changing nothing else in your life. Going to tell you that right now, right? But these are the ads. They want to get your attention. They want to pull you in, and they're selling a product. Bone broth is great. Smoothies are great. But alone, that's not going to be all of it, right? Unfortunately, women in midlife are a lot more complicated. Not only their moods and personalities, but your health and wellness and what's going on in your body. You could be in insulin resistance. You can now have thyroid issues. You could have metabolic disorder. You could have adrenal fatigue, right? All of these things that are caused by hormonal changes and fluctuations and too much stress and all of that. And they can just wreak havoc through your body. But the thing is, I don't want you to go, oh my God, this is hopeless. This is helpless. I give up. No. There are things you can do. And you can begin to notice changes so fast when you are on the right track for you. That means you know you're eating the foods that help your hormones balance better, like that are food for your glands that produce the hormones that they really, really need. And before you say, I'm eating healthy, I know, no. That's not really it. Some healthy foods actually are not good for you right now. Not that they're dangerous for you. No, it's just that they may actually lead to more insulin problems, may actually lead to more weight gain, may actually prevent weight loss. It's pretty crazy. And also the way you combine foods and the way you eat. There's things to it, but once you learn it, it's really simple and easy. And that's what I help women with. So I have 3 one-on-one specials right now. Actually, it could be 4. There's so many ways to work with me one-on-one, and there's really are prices for everybody. So before, I really think you can't do this on your own. Like I want to say you can't, but you can. But you guys, it took me years, and it took me full time working on this, basically. Studying, reading, watching videos, reading tons of books, because there was no coaches back then, and YouTube was just starting. I don't think there was Facebook yet. I had to learn all this stuff by trial and error too, and by being really vigilant, really, for me to be really committed, because I was so committed to finding out what all this was about. I was a personal trainer, and I also wanted to help my clients. So I chose to take this journey and really learn, and trial and error to find what works. So now I can shorten your journey incredibly. After 3 sessions with me, even after one session, if you want just one session, you will know what you're doing wrong. Like, I hate to say wrong, but what you're doing, eating, exercising, and how come that's not quite working for you. You'll know that in one session. But in 3 sessions, what we do is I will set up a little plan for you and guide you and give you the recipes, give you any types of videos or handouts that you need. You will be shown the way to try for 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks, we speak again. We're in contact throughout the 2 weeks, but we have our second call. And then in that second call, it's like, okay, what's working? What's not? How are you feeling? How's this going? Do we need to change things? Does this fit into your lifestyle? How can we make this fit into your life? How can we better work on this? And then you set off again for another 2 weeks. And in those weeks in between, you will notice changes. You will notice differences. You will notice your symptoms decreasing if you stick to kind of what I talk about. And it's not hard. It's real food. It's just you were probably eating some foods now that are, or eaten in a way now that is causing the symptoms or not being able to, like the aches and pains too. When our hormones are out, we can have more inflammation in our body, aches and pains. Hormones control every function of our body: digestion, moods, as we all know, weight, right? Muscle, fat, our thyroid glands. So if we sleep well, if we're cold, if we're hot, all of those things, right? And hot flashes, there's so much you can do to help that. There's mood swings. There's a lot you can do, but it's also learning, okay, I need to learn how to cope with these. So it's like somebody who's dealing with mental disorders. Now, please don't, you know what I mean? You need to find ways to cope with anxiety, with a bit of depression, with sadness, with mood swings. There are ways to cope with it. That's the great thing. And those symptoms will not last as long if you work at nourishing and feeding and fueling your body in the right way and decreasing stress. And I help you with all of those things in a simple, easy way that shows you, oh my God, this is so much easier than I thought. So much easier, right? Because it's just like, you're wasting time, energy, and money on all these different things, and then you're finding nothing works. And it's so hard to stick with it ourselves, right? Without accountability, without guidance, without motivation, without our own, you give up. You don't stick with it. You do the all or nothing. You do the on again, off again. You get discouraged. You get frustrated. Then you feel like nothing's ever going to work for you. And then there goes the downward spiral into those emotions again, right? That's not helping anybody. That's only making things worse for you. So much faster, so much easier to just hire someone, get some help, support, and guidance right now. Get on the right track. Get help, get guidance, support, get a plan, get the focus going, get on the right path. It's silly not to. In my mind, it's like, oh my God, if I had this when I was going through this phase, I would have jumped right on it. And I would have felt better so much faster, so much faster. So reach out to me. I have specials on the 101. We have a 3-time session special, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. You can even do a 3-month for a really, really good price right now. Don't wait any longer, and don't try to figure this out yourself, because you'll just end up frustrated. You'll end up repeating and doing the same things that you think are right, but they're not actually the right things to do, and then you won't get the results. If you don't begin to do the right things to better balance your body, it's going to take you way longer. It's not like you're magically going to come into balance, because your body's not like that. Your body needs help and assistance during this phase of life. Just like when you're pregnant, your body needs help and assistance when you're pregnant to deal with what's going on in the body. You're not going to just do all the things you used to do when you're pregnant. I mean, before you were pregnant, when you're pregnant, right? We know that it's time of self-care. It's time to take care of yourself. And especially in midlife, you got 2 paths. The path of health and wellness, or the path of imbalance, dis-ease, illness, disease, inflammation, no mobility, feeling terrible, being on prescription drugs, going downhill, all of that. I know that's brutal, and I know that is so like, oh my God, that's so depressing. But that can be it. Just take a look around you. Go to Walmart. Take a look around you. You get to choose how you want your life to be, and it gets to start now. So reach out to me. I'm here for you. Bye-bye.